Hey everybody, it's the interview queen, Alicia Atout here, and I am so excited today because it has been way too long since I've had these guys on the show. It is the Hunna. Welcome back for round three, guys.
Yeah.
Yo!
Hey, how
Good.
are you?
Hey!
I'm good. We're good. It's good to see you. It's been so long.
I know it's good to see you guys too. I was thinking back to everything, and it's so sad to think about because I was going to see you guys play this year with my friends in Palais Royale, and I was so excited for like a full-on hangout. It's been 3 years since I've last seen you in person. Quarantine hit. It's been crazy. So how are you all holding up with stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's been obviously weird, isn't it? Like, what a weird year.
Yeah.
But yeah, just trying to, I guess, keep busy, keep positive, keep a positive mind, and yeah, get through it. But it's definitely ups and downs. And yeah, like you say, obviously we were so excited as well to be back touring properly. I mean, it was going to be the biggest touring year that we've done ever. So yeah, it sucks. And yeah, you know those guys pretty well, right?
Yeah, I think I've done 8 interviews with them, so it's fair to say that
Wow.
we've had our fair share of time together. They're such good dudes, and I was like, I'm going to see two bands I absolutely love come together. So hopefully in the future it'll happen. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we really want
Yeah,
to do that tour.
I think there's still plans with our team and their team to make it happen next year, but who knows still.
Right. Well,
We're excited on it, but shame.
it is
Next time.
exactly. But on a much happier note, I mean, you guys must be super psyched right now because your forthcoming record, I'd Rather Die Than Let You In, it's actually set for release this October, October 2nd. So are you anxious, excited, nervous? Are you kind of running the gamut of all these emotions?
All of them.
All.
Yeah, definitely. You nailed it, all of them for sure. I mean, it's obviously like mainly excited, I'd say, obviously because for us anyway, we think it's our best work yet, and it was just such an amazing record to make out in LA with Feldy, and it was just very different to the past and all that shit that happened. So we kind of coming out of that then into something so good. We're very excited for people to hear it, but obviously kind of nervous as well, like you always are on like an album release, especially after shit that's happened in the last 2 years or so. It's like quite a big moment for us. I think our third album is kind of like a coming of age album, and it's going to say a lot.
To give fans a taste of what's to come, you've been dropping a single per month leading up to the release date. So is it just kind of killing you inside not being able to share it because you put so much time into recording it, so much thought? The actual process of it in itself takes forever, it feels. So it must just kind of be killing you. October feels so far away still.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I mean, obviously we were going to be on the road in April, like T said, but yeah, the fact that we've had to be, I think for us, we're the type of band that have learned to be super patient, especially now this year. But we're like itching to get on stage, and you know, obviously it's a nice touch that we've been able to release singles month by month, which obviously gives the fans something to look forward to. But I think that makes it even more like, wow, we really want to play them now, and the reactions have been so great so far. So I think for us, yeah, we want to play it live, man.
I feel like that's what everyone's just. He's already ready. Dan's like ready to go.
We always switch instruments.
Yeah, I always end up doing drums.
Something that I've noticed about what you've released so far is how much heavier it is. And I mean, you've shown heavier moments in older tracks like Never Enough or Bad For You. But I want to know has some serious angst and like a wicked breakdown in it. So where did that kind of angry side of things come from? And why was it brought into this new release?
I think it definitely stemmed from feeling angry after going through a really shit situation from our previous record label management. You know, they stole all our money and lied to us for a long time. And we definitely channeled that energy into the new music we wrote and music we recorded. There's some heavier moments in that album for sure.
Yeah.
Right, guys?
I think, yeah, absolutely. I think naturally as well, like you said, on the previous records like Dare, was probably one of the heaviest songs that we've had. And You Don't Want It With Me as well is goes off live. So there's definitely been elements of it, and it's something that we've always wanted to do. But again, with the previous label, we're kind of, I don't know, like held down and kind of steered not to do it because of whatever reasons. So we haven't really been able to fully take control. But on this record, we're working with Feldy, who's king at that stuff. And we finally got to really go in on that and let out, I think, a lot of, like Dan said, anger and frustration at the last kind of 2 years. Not that it wasn't great from our perspective with the music and the fans and stuff, but behind the scenes stuff, there's a lot that goes on that people don't know. And that's definitely had a big impact on us. And we've learned a lot. And I think the album has kind of definitely got angst. It's about revenge. So yeah, definitely.
In a way, just being like really blunt, is it almost like a screw you, this is like how good we can be when we don't have any restrictions coming our way? Because I kind of am getting a bit of that vibe, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Everyone says to us as well, like we've had it from day one as well. Everyone has said to us, "Oh, you guys are so much heavier live than on record."
Yeah, that's true.
I think this is the first time we've been able to put the live heaviness on the record rather than it being maybe more in the indie bracket and then we're like really heavy indie live, where it's like we've actually been able to put down what we naturally play like live, which is sick.
But I mean, even on this record, there are definitely heavy moments and a lot of banks, but then at the same time as well, which is exciting for us, is that there's other songs on there that are very different to kind of any song that we've done before, and experimental with synths and more electronic sounds, which we've always wanted, vocoders and stuff, which we've always wanted to do, but again have never been given the opportunity to kind of take the reins and go and do it. So it's kind of a good mixture. I think it's a good eclectic mix of songs on the album.
I'm so happy you were given that freedom and just you could like let loose and have fun with it, because you guys at the core, you really are just like super chill fun guys, so I can't imagine those restraints just being like such a pain in the ass to deal with. So I'm really psyched that it was just such a smooth and like happy process this time.
We love you.
It was great. We went from being on the second record, being in a studio in London, and we had 2 weeks to record the whole record. And there was like pretty much no financial input as well. The producer, Duncan, still to this day has not been paid, from the management and stuff. Like, it's so deep and so crazy. And then to go from that and kind of being in the mindset of like, okay, what's going to happen? And then we ended up, going to LA, and we're at Feldy's house and we're recording with Travis Barker and Pete Wentz and Josh Dunn, and he took us to Soho House in Malibu. We went surfing. So it was, you know what I mean? It's like so extreme that
it's a 180 almost.
And we didn't all night as well. Like the first 2 albums, we were working all night, which kind of fucks with your head for a while. So this was the first album we did where we had the evenings off. It was great.
Actually, second record, we had to do so much fucking drugs and shit to keep ourselves going and stuff. It was fucking ridiculous. But this was really peaceful and chill and nice. How it should be done, isn't it? How it should be.
Yeah, like just taking, obviously you're there to work and create an amazing record, which we all want to do. But at the same time, you have to also have time for yourself. And it's not healthy doing it where you're just running yourself down constantly, which was happening on definitely the first 2 records.
Album 2, for sure.
Album 2, for sure.
That was fucking mental. It should be a movie or some shit.
I didn't even know these guys when they were doing guitars. They were like different people. They're like absolute zombies, and it's just like that's not.
I literally remember tracking guitar and falling asleep.
It was so bad.
Oh man!
So I had that thing and stand in the corner and put the guitar like towards the ceiling, and it was just fucking ridiculous.
Come in like 5 a.m. at night. Dan, do you want a coffee, mate?
Jesus, I mean,
Coffeeed out.
I
Not even
know
another line.
some of the problems and stuff, but like you don't really know how in depth it is until talking to you guys now. So you seem happier, like you're out of that rut. And you mentioned some of the names there you got to work with, like Travis Barker, Pete Wentz. Like these are people that you kind of grow up listening to, you know, especially for me. I know you guys. So that must have just been a surreal experience, just having that not only one-on-one time with them and fun, but just having them be a part of your music. What means most to you?
Yeah, it was a massive trip. Again, obviously, like Feldy had kind of mentioned Travis being involved. Obviously, they're very good friends, which was mind-blowing anyway for us. And then when we were making the record, like Pete Wentz came in one day, no heads up either by Feldy, just kind of on your way to the studio.
No joke.
Then, because I think the day before, I think Josh Dunn came and he didn't say. And then he told us when we were there, and we were kind of like, okay, shit, this is a really big deal. Like, I thought it was just going to be us guys. So that was a bit of a trip. And then the next day, I remember being like 10 minutes away from Feldy's house. And I was just like, I need to check if he's got someone mental coming in today. Because if it's someone really crazy, I can't handle it. Like, so I messaged him and I was like, who's coming in today? Does anyone, is it just going to be us? And he was like, oh yeah, Pete Wentz. And I was just like,
no big deal.
Great. Yeah. You know, I had a space guitar. I used to be Pete Wentz in my bedroom. So,
I remember that bass guitar. It had the black star on it, didn't it?
Yeah, it was
It was fine, man. He was the main man when it came to Fall Out Boy, for sure.
Oh mate, seen him so many times, and then he just like walked in, and look, I hadn't seen him in a while as well, so it made me go back to feeling like I was 16 again, like looking at him. But I was like in Feldy's studio. It was so weird, but amazing.
From the perspective of Jack and Dan, like what was Ryan's reaction? Did his jaw completely drop? Like I can imagine like the fanboy moment being super real there.
I could totally tell he was keeping it cool. And like,
oh yeah,
you're just really like being smooth, but like quieter than normal. I knew you were a fanboy.
Quieter than normal. When I'm quiet.
When we had tacos together.
Yeah.
Team at Post as well. We were backstage at Reading and Leeds, and we met a security guard for Post when we came off stage, and he literally just came up to me and was like, "Dude, you guys rock." I was like, "Oh, sick." I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm security for Post." I was like, "Post Malone." He's like, "Yeah," and he goes backstage tickets to go upstairs and watch Post side of stage, and then we got to go backstage. And
how sick was that?
We were unlucky. We were waiting for him and just chilling and meeting loads of cool people. We met his manager and stuff, Dre. But T actually saw him walking out, and I think that was another big moment, wasn't it, where you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, that was a big because that was like a moment because normally like wherever I go, I'm like talking to people and like having to call up random people that I don't know or whatever. Like, it doesn't really faze me because of the jobs that we used to do. We used to have to fucking call people and try and sell them shit all the time, and it was super awkward. So I don't feel like we get that anymore. We're quite just upfront and confident. But then, when Pete Wentz walked in, I was literally just like stunned. I just kind of looked at him for a bit, and I was just taking everything in. Like, okay, this is Pete Wentz right now. This is what he looks like right now. Yeah.
LA, man. They're all in LA. Everyone's in LA, man.
LA, man. We have the craziest times in LA. The Halsey fucking Halloween party. How sick was that?
Yeah.
Very good. I want to go back already.
That was the best time.
I'm glad that Jack actually brought up live shows in the Post Malone concert, because for me, I know how badly I'm just itching to go back to traveling and gigs. I mean, that was literally our lives prior to this pandemic. So if there were kind of that one band that you could see live right now that would just kind of make you feel better about the whole situation, like who would that one band be if you could escape and have none of this health craziness affect it?
Ooh.
Oh. It's a very good question, Alicia.
Very good question.
We were meant to see. We were playing the same day as this band this year, so it has to be Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, that's sick.
And we were we were like, no, like we really, really hope that if we're on the bill next year and it's all just kind of like passed on to the next year with the same artist, we're praying that we're still the same days, right?
Yeah.
Genuinely thought we'd never get to see them perform as a band ever. So let alone like them being back and playing a festival and being on the same day was like a dream fucking come true.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
fingers
And then
crossed
the
for next year.
virus.
I know, the damn virus. Why? No, they would be absolutely
Damn.
incredible to see live. Like they're on my list
Mm.
because I love seeing bands that are super, super heavy, but like I'm not much of a mosher. So I was like, I feel like that's like a good kind of combination for that band. Like you can have like a really badass time, but not have to be like up in the front. Are you guys like up in the front kind of for
Yeah.
concerts? You are? Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if it was Rage, I'd be straight in.
Totally.
You'd be
I'd get
raging.
the shit kicked out of me, but I'd love it.
Well,
I remember you in the day, Ryan. You used to always get stuck in, dude.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah.
Black eyes.
I mean, yeah.
we met Tom though, and we met Tom from Rage Festival. He was really nice.
We did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think I'd have to say them, or probably because of they've just come back. My Chemical Romance, man.
Totally.
If like after all this happened, if they just did a show and like we weren't busy or doing anything and I could go, I think I'd just have the best time ever.
Yeah. Oh.
Again, it'd be like reliving my youth, and yeah, I've wanted them to come back for years, and then they finally come back.
I know. There was a moment.
Oh,
I know, isn't it sad? It was like 4 years ago I got to interview Gerard Way and I lost my shit because I grew up on my chem taking back Sunday the Used, you know, like I was such an emo kid at heart. And then when I heard that they were reforming, I'm like, that is the interview I must get. Like things were kind of in talks. They were going to be here next month. And then like my heart just broke. Everything just happened.
yeah.
Oh.
So,
We'll get there, guys. All of us will get our like
Come on.
moment.
we'll all get
2021. It's happening.
We got to see Blink as well when we were with Feldy recording the album. We went and saw Blink, and that was on my big bucket list to see them live. So we all the three of us went and met John and saw them. I think earlier this year at one of the big. What was the venue for Blink?
Forum.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Forum. Yeah.
So that blew me away to see Travis live for the first time.
That's
Yeah, he's
Incredible.
insane.
Well, the last thing that I wanted to ask you guys about before we say goodbye today, it's obviously over the years I've noticed, especially when I first met you, that you have a lot of really cool and like minimalist tattoos. And obviously I'm sure you've gotten more over the years since it's been a while since I have seen you. So what is the last tattoo that you actually got done on yourselves?
Mine is this.
That's
That was my
I saw
last
it in a
one.
picture the other day, like up close.
Yeah. The new Hunna symbol.
You got them back to back. You got both fists done really quickly. Ooh.
Yeah.
He's like doing the Macarena over there.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Sorry.
Doing the Hunna-Rainer. Hunna-Rainer. Sorry, I smoked before I came on here, so I'm a little bit...
Dude, I've been drinking too.
You know what? I think it's this guy. I got him in Seattle. Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can. And
The bat tap.
why did you get the bat tap?
Well, I mean, when I first started off getting tattoos, I was like, I got loads of tattoos that kind of had a meaning and meant something. And a lot of them still do. But when I went into the shop in Seattle, I just saw this bat and he just looked so old school and cool and gothic and just kind of cute. So then, yeah, I got it, and I'm very proud of him. I actually do like him. It's like I've got a little friend to take around with me. So as well, he's right here, and his face. You can't see right now, but next year maybe I'll show you up close. But he's got a really cool face, and he looks like he's having a good time. So
Ryan's got a little buddy.
Yeah, because right now I can just look down at him and just chat to him like,
what up,
how you doing, man?
The
How you
perfect
doing?
size.
Oh, that's so funny.
I love the size of him.
Yeah, he's dope.
And
And I also got lyrics as well in America, which is Alice in Chains, nutshell. If I can't be my own, I'd feel better dead.
Love it. And how about
I think mine. So I had a heart outline, and then I got it redone with a skull in it and rays around it. So that, and then I got like a geisha girl with like H on her sweaters holding drumsticks.
That's so gnarly.
That's so dope.
That's so hard, dude.
He's like my little Hunna fan, just chilling. Like,
We all like to kind of have characters that we can talk to on our arms.
Yeah,
because we're so lonely on tour. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Shops and getting some. Am I getting some pizza for me? She's like, yeah.
That's what
That's so
happened
great.
after album 2. We all went so mental that we needed companions on our arms for when you get really lonely.
Next time I should intro it, not just the Hunna, but we'll introduce the bat and the girl, and we can have everyone kind of join in on the conversation, you know?
Yeah, totally.
We could even try and do a really trippy interview where you interview our tattoos.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
I knew you were going to say that, and that's so good.
And then, like, we can do the voices. We can do the voices.
I love it.
We can try and animate. That'd be fucking dope.
I'll hit you guys up, and we can get the ball rolling on that one.
Yeah. As you can tell, coronavirus has made a big impact on us.
Right. We're all losing it. I think that's the bottom line. But hey, we're in it together. That's what matters.
Exactly.
Well, I want to say thank you so much, guys, for coming on here, for catching up. It's been far too long. I miss you, and I'm really psyched about the record. So just thank you so much for hanging out today.
Of course, anytime. Always a pleasure.
Always for you. You're a legend. You're a Hunna legend, man.
Thank you,
and I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that T-shirt in person next time we come. If you wear it, I mean.
I'll rep it. I have like 4 at this point, so we'll see which one kind of comes out. But you know what? Actually, funny story. I haven't thought of this like since it happened. I literally think that this was your shirt, and you guys were out, and you gave it to me after the.
Right.
Like, not even joking about here. I think that was actually what went down. Now that I'm recalling it, but
probably. We end up giving so much shit to so many people when we're on their own.
Right.
And Ryan's always shirtless. He's always shirtless. He knows where his shirts goes.
It's true. He doesn't even need it. You may as well give it away.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you should sign it.
You should definitely sign it.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Everybody watching, this has been the incredible The Hunna. Be sure to stay tuned for their upcoming album release coming out October 2nd, and check out aliciatout.com for all exclusive interviews and features. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks a lot.
Awesome.